Did anything resonate with you?
Well, let me just give you a little background so you know what you're heading into, or maybe you'll know better than I, but I have concerns, okay? My grandfather was a 33rd degree Mason, and as you heard, I grew up in Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
I believe some funny things went on, but I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm kind of thinking attachment release and maybe checking my chakras or whatever you think, whatever you're feeling is my greatest need.
Okay. I can see if you need an attachment clearing. And then if you would like to have a session done for that, you can let me know. But I can definitely tell you if you need one done. For sure or not. But I can do that while she's giving you a reading, okay?
Yeah. I mean, if you need to, release attachments, I would be very grateful for that, for sure.
Mm. Mm. Okay, Karen. Let me see here. All right, Karen. Yeah, I immediately, Karen, when I saw looked at your chart, the first thing that screams out to me is the fact that you're definitely an empath. Okay, 100%.
Yep.
You're very empathic in a lot of levels, including your emotional side, and your rising is empathic. I mean, you're very sensitive to energy, so you have to be careful of attachments like me because you probably attract them very, very quickly because you're an empath and we don't know it. But your moon signs in your moon sign is in your 10th house. It's in 6 degrees, so it's in a physical range. I almost would say that you feel a lot of energies from this emotionally, and because it's in Scorpio, it makes you very intuitive and like how a lot of things you perceive. Your moods are going to change a lot because you're an empath, and normally you don't have. I can see that normally you are a pretty solid person. I mean, you do have, because you have this Scorpio moon that's very sensitive. Your moods do change a lot, and since you're such an empath, it's like I feel like you transmute people's energies around you on a regular basis, because you're like a super empath, and in multiple alignments. Now, being that your moon's in your 10th house, right now for you, you're on this cycle about, even though you might be retired from work, but I feel like you're still working or you're still helping the community in some way. It's like you're still kind of working and
I
doing
am.
something. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and because that's your 10th house is all about prestige in the workplace, the public career. So it's like you have like this calling for you to be ambitious, to keep doing something for others. Um, and you kind of strive to showcase that because you're a natural leader when you put your mind to stuff. When you put your mind to stuff, you get stuff done. You get some stuff done so well that I think in any position that you kind of put yourself into, you you rise to authority very quickly. So you have natural leadership abilities. You are very keen. You're very intuitive. I would almost say somewhat psychic. The intuitiveness comes from you being an empath, being able to read people very well. I think nobody can really fool you when it comes to you being around them, especially if you're around them long enough. And what makes you so interesting is you have like a real sensitive moon sign, and then you have this in the 10th house, which is the 10th house is usually projected as people who have their um, emotions in check. They're real cool, they're calm, they're collected, and that's what I see you as. Like you're, even though you have a really emotional moon sign, it's sensitive. You are kind of calm and collected, and that's what it needs to happen. I think for you and your family and people around you is like they look at you as a support base because your sun sign's in the 4th house. So the 4th house is like protecting your inner family, protecting the people that's in your inner circle right now. That's like nurturing your family, giving them the mindset and the help and the love that you give them. And I see you as that. I see you as like a matriarch for your family. It's already aligned in your chart for that to be. And what really one of your greatest assets is your rising and your Mercury, I'm seeing, because your rising is your ascendant, right? And that's your most empathic part. You're at 0 degrees. So you're very, very sensitive. The energies that you pick up that you're feeling right now, you're feeling everything. You're feeling the earth changing its energies. You're also feeling new energies to the planet. You're also transmitting energies of other people. So I would definitely say more so than not that you probably do get attachments like me, because I have a rising in 0 degrees too. So because we have risings in 0 degrees, it's like our compass is always seeking out energies, even when we don't know we're doing it. And we have to kind of constantly do clearings and clear our energies, take salt baths, clear our mindset, clear our environment, because our environment also reflects our emotional state. You have a Cap rising, so I know you're a hard worker. I know you're very responsible. I know you're very down to earth. You're very cautious on how you do things, and then you always got a plan. And because you always got a plan, I know you will be able to knock out any challenges that come your way. And that's part of your gift, is being able to do that, because you just have this ability to just, map out things in your mind and get it done. And then you can perceive it because you have this really sensitive, psychic, intuitive moon sign. So you're seeing things, you're feeling things. Just know that part, and just know that like you have one of your greatest assets. I think is your Mercury being at such a high level at 29 degrees. It's almost like I feel like you are a channel for God sometimes. That God speaks through you a lot, and you're like common sense. Like he uses you as a mouthpiece a lot of the times, either through singing, writing, or you just speaking your truth. But whenever you do speak your truth, it's really grounded, it's really real, and it's practical, and you make it make sense. You're almost like, I would say, if a teacher had to be you have all the makings of being a teacher, a natural teacher, just being you and speaking your truth, because you make it make sense for so many people, being in this high alignment, and it's in your 5th house. So the 5th house in your Mercury, it's kind of like stepping out and being a leader, okay? Being proud of your ideas, being good at expressing your ideas, being creative, being a conversationalist, something that's kind of outside the norm for you regularly, because you do like to conversate, but you're really conservative in how you speak and what you say. So the fact now that you're speaking more is you're helping more people by speaking your truth. So this is a cycle for you to kind of find out who you are and find out what really works through you. And I feel like God really works through you through your Mercury, because it's such a high spiritual alignment that your words do reach a lot of people in the spirit, in the soul, to the soul. So keep doing that. Keep speaking your truth. Keep things in perspective for people. And keep schooling them, like educating them. So that's what I think you're really good at, is putting 1 and 2 together and allowing them to understand what they're seeing and perceiving without it being bogged down and too crazy. You're making it make sense for them. So keep doing that. Keep stepping into your power. Know that you're here for that reason. And just protect your energy, because your energy is really what we have. And you being an empath, your energy is usually everywhere, because we're always gauging and transmuting other people's energies, even when we don't know it. So we have to constantly clear ourselves. So just to give you a heads up on that.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It was pretty interesting for me because I feel all that stuff, all those things all the time. But
Hmm.
sometimes you think that you're being aggrandizing yourself a little bit. You know, you're like, oh, I know all these things. Sometimes I feel like I have an X-ray machine and I know all these things, and I don't really want to know that much information, but I do anyway.
Hmm. Right. Right. And it's partially, I feel like you get downloads of information, and then information comes to you in such different ways for you that yes, you're going to know a lot of different things because you have a high spiritual alignment and communication planet, which allows you to get information not only from the methodical book research, but you're getting it from people, you're getting it from animals, you're getting it from consciousness around the planet, you're getting it from news feeds, you're getting it from everywhere. So you're getting downloads of information from like 8 different sources all at once. And that's why you have a lot of verifications on a lot of things that you're getting these answers from. You know, a lot of answers to a lot of things. And it's hard to kind of put it into words because of how you're getting the information.
Well, I have rescued horses that I've rescued from terrible situations, and they were
Oh,
scary dangerous when I first got them. And I'm now using one of them as to teach a child. She's now 16, but I started when she was 6, teaching her how to ride. And they told her she would never learn how to ride because of her disabilities, and not
oh,
true.
well, that's awesome. I live on a horse farm myself with like 25 horses right now.
Oh, I love their energy. I could just sit and just sit with them. Oh,
Yeah, they're really grounded animals, and yeah, they are amazing. I do like to be
yeah.
around them a lot when I can.
Yeah, I have a rescued cane corso, and everybody else is like, "Oh, he's just the nicest dog. You need to come with me when I pick dogs because you always pick such good dogs." I don't know. It's an attraction.
Right. Well, the energy dogs like energy, and they have a soul, so they can tell by their owners. I mean, almost like our animals pick us. We don't pick them, even though we think we do.
Oh yes, I think that's true. I think that's so true. Absolutely true.
So that's a
Well,
unique thing. Um,
So, Karen, you should feel much lighter. um, I don't know if you felt anything moving around, but you probably did feel a little bit of, you should be feeling much lighter. You had what I call the universal limit on the number of earthbounds that can come to you. So you had quite a bit of earthbounds. So I'm not sure if you live near or work near like a hospital, nursing home, funeral home. They
cemetery.
cemetery. They tend to be around there a lot. But since if you're a light worker, they tend to want to be near people of the light. And if you're not clearing your energy regularly, then you just may have just accumulated some over a course of a period of time. Um,
Hmm.
and I sent you that and cleared some negative thought forms and some dark and other energy too off of you. So,
Drink
um,
some water. Make sure you drink some water too,
yeah.
Karen.
okay,
It
I'll
helps.
do that.
Yeah, drink some water, and like I said, since you're an empath, you probably might regularly just want to check and clear your energy every so often, just like that, or take a salt bath, or get some sage and just do clearings. I have a clearing video that I play on here um every week, but I also it's on there so you can always play it for yourself, and
I
it
have it
helps. That helps
saved.
as well.
I have it
Mhm.
saved.
Okay,
As soon as
awesome.
I saw it, I
Awesome.
thought, "Oh, wonderful."
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it would help you a lot because I'm in the same boat as you. I'm an empath too, so I get overloaded with earthbounds all the time, and I have to call Stacy up sometimes to get a little removal. But yeah, it definitely will bog you down a little bit if you don't do it.
Yeah, I didn't know if I had other world attachments too, because I didn't know what was going on there either. I sort of wondered about that.
I didn't get any unserving ETs,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't check for like if they're for your greater good. You could have other world stuff going on there too, but if they're unserving, then I remove those too.
Okay. Okay. Well, if I have other energies that are supporting me, I'm delighted.
Yeah, exactly. You want to keep those around.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much. I so appreciate it. I was really excited to be able to get on so early because I was really hoping to get a reading from both of you. It's absolutely wonderful, and I so appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You guys are super. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, so next we have Sunshine.
Oh, hey,
And
Sandra.
anybody else on this channel right now would like a free reading and healing, raise your hand now, and I'll jot your names down.
Okay.
Okay. I got 2. Go ahead, Sunshine.
Hey, Sandra. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good.
So you read me last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else.
Did you want me to do any other aspects for you?
Okay. Could you give me an example?
Let me see here. Let's see. I think. Let's see. So let's see here. While we do that, I
Okay.
can do some aspects. So right now, currently, so aspects are. I do aspects as a separate reading because like it's our cycles that we're on right now.
Mm-hmm.
That we do. So like generally in my readings, I do just the planetary alignments and the degrees, but the aspects are kind of like what's going to happen to us in the midst of all this and what's going on. And you have some strong aspects here with your sun sign is strongly squaring your Uranus right now. So, it's going to make you very strong-willed, very, very freedom loving because it's squaring it. But like your whole generation's kind of reckless right now. It's inclined to be reckless, and a lot of people who have this placement periodically have like start over points in their life, or they have like a lot of midlife crises,
Oh boy.
or they have a habit of completely uprooting their foundations. So, that could be happening, but it's not that. It's just that you guys are natural rebels, and you're supposed to kind of go through this cycle to kind of change some things for yourself. A lot of people who have this placement too are unpredictable, but the real key thing I think is you guys are original thinkers. You're independent thinkers. You're scientific minded. You're very forward thinking. So you guys are bringing that kind of thought process to the collective, being that it's an outer planet squaring your sun sign, who you are. So seeing what you want in the future, making and helping society around you, nailing down what you want would help this. But like this is an energy I don't think you're gonna be around in long. And let me see what else is in here. You got well, your Neptune is squaring your ascendant, so right now too. So since it's squaring it, it's kind of like I feel like you're an artistically, musically inclined person. You're really soft-hearted, and you're probably a person that really sacrifices theirself for the good of others, maybe too much for
Yeah.
people. And you might have a problem feeling free to assert yourself right now, or having an issue of self-confidence, or certain things like that because you can't assert yourself of who you really want to be. But I feel like developing a clear sense of who you are, tapping into these energies, using protecting your energies will help you a lot. finding something that's creative for you that you can channel these energies out would help you a lot as well. And balance your life, balance the time, your spiritual time, and the time that you have in this reality, for this ordinary life. I would say the mundane reality. Kind of keep that balance for yourself. Make sure you set for yourself to meditate or clear your energy spiritually, and then make sure you set time for yourself to take care of whatever duties you got to do for your day. I think if you did that, you'll see a lot of bigger breakthrough for you with that aspect, because it's like a conflict of what time and what you dream about and how you want to do things, and the ascendant is the part of ourself that we're becoming. So it's like we're kind of questioning what we're becoming, and we're like it makes everything kind of hazy when it's squaring it like that, like our dreams, like what we inspire to do. It kind of makes it like we question it instead of just going with the flow. Being that said, yeah, you have a lot of interesting alignments. I mean, I said you're a lighthouse before. I don't know if I told you that. You have that Venus alignment in 29 degrees. So everywhere you go, people love your energy. I feel like you are an attractor for a lot of people, and it's been like that your whole life. You've had a lot of admirers. You had a lot of people come up to you and want to just open up a deep conversation with you out of nowhere. They can see your energy. I almost feel like because it's in your 11th house, that's how you find out more about yourself, is through group associations, group consciousness, helping society at large. You find more and more about yourself that way. And in other ways of expression too, like if you're a writer, or if you like to draw, or if you like to like upscale and make things nice, craft and stuff like that, that could come out in form of expression in those ways for you. But I think you function better in friendships and acquaintanceships than you do in close partnerships. Like people who you meet on the street or something and you just have an instant connection with. It's like you function better with those people than people that you're really close to. And it's because of something. It's like something you see in people. You see the light in people a lot easier than most people.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Such a high alignment. God speaks to you a lot through Venus. I mean, it's 29 degrees. That's the highest you can get on the chart. Okay, so
Wow.
when I say lighthouse, you're a lighthouse. And that's how it is for you, because love and affection for you, it's more direct, and it's not more direct, it's more all inclusive, like group participation. Everybody loves everyone. Everybody raises the frequency together. You learn from that, and I think you learn more about yourself being around people of like mind than you would just being around just a couple people that aren't like you. So put yourself around people that think like you, that are researching like you, that are in the same frequency like you, and I think you're going to do great. I think you already are starting to do that, because you're starting. You have a lot of these different groups that you probably are in, because the 11th house wants to kind of have all these different associations in Venus, and they don't know where they kind of fit in, and they're finding their soul group through that process. But for you, it's not hard. You just have to just be yourself, and it's going to shine through, and people are going to find you because you're such a lighthouse. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That definitely happens.
Okay.
But I know some things some things for me right now, I'm weeding out of my life, that's not doing me any, not building or helping me at all. And, and I tend like get to a point where I start looking at the situation that I'm in, or a group that, like those other groups that, I would actually listen. I wouldn't participate.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know, it just things didn't make sense to me, or didn't align to what my higher self was telling me.
Right,
So I had
because you're
to.
right. You're right about that, because your higher self, you see, like all the groups, not every group that you are associated with right now is for your highest good. So you're learning you're learning more. When I say you're learning about yourself, you're also learning that some of the groups that you are associated with might have got you in the door to learning more about who you are. But now, as you're discovering more who you are, you're starting to become higher. You're starting to understand that some of these groups aren't for your highest good, and they're
Right.
giving you a lot more information about yourself and other groups, and you don't need to detach yourself to these other groups. So you can kind of let them go,
Yep.
or not be involved as much, if you know what I mean.
I kind of disassociate because it's not registering. It doesn't, to a certain point when you start out listening, you kind of weeding and seeing if it even, for me, I'm very sensitive to conversation. So, and I just know, I have that inner knowing, you know, and I have to, you know, I think about it and I just know. I can't explain it to you. I just know that
Yeah,
I need to make some changes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
need
feel
to.
like they talk to you though. Like that's how you're gonna find out too, because all the information you're receiving from these groups is helping you overall learn more about yourself. And as you become more confident of who you are, you're gonna start realizing, hey, I don't need these people. It's like, what would you do if you surpassed the gatekeeper that gives you all the information, and now you have more knowledge than the gatekeeper? Well, you don't need the gatekeeper no more. You know, so um, that's kind of where I see it for you. And I see you coming into your own right now because you have a lot of alignments. Going in its second into its third house. Your Venus is in your 11th house. Um, your sun sign, I think, is in your sun sign. In your sun sign in your ninth house. So yeah, so you're heavily researching, wanting to know this information. You're attaching yourself to these groups because it's giving you. You're learning about everything. You're learning about the universe, esoteric knowledge.
Yeah.
You're learning about the occult. You're learning about frequency, healing, outside of religion. You're wanting to learn all this stuff, and
Yeah.
you're finding out that not all information is good information.
Exactly. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. That's very, very true what you just said. Wow. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. It's amazing.
Oh,
You're on point.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I can I see it for you. It's just like um, you have to. Sometimes it's hard because it's like we when we're by ourselves learning this stuff, we don't know who to listen to and where to go. So we kind of put ourselves in all different types of groups. Then we start discovering, all right, we start relaying our notes and start discovering what we find true within ourselves, and we have to start eliminating some of these groups because some of these groups aren't really there for us. It might
Right.
be a front.
Exactly. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you. It just you just bring more clarity and it helps me to even think in a deeper way. You know, my journey
Mm-hmm.
here. You know, I've always been the type because I used to mentor young girls in middle school, high school, and just getting to know them and allowing them to express themselves and me. I just was always in tune with, you know, with the girls and I, relating to. I just, you're right. Everything you said is just correct.
Mm-hmm. If you're in tune
Everything's
with them,
correct.
then it was meant for you to be in tune with them. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people, you know, you'll know exactly the people that you meet that have that frequency that you're in tune with. I mean, you can clearly see them, and then and then you'll know when it's like, okay, maybe I should be a little bit reserved before, you know. You'll know
Yeah.
exactly who those people are,
Yeah.
especially right
Exactly.
now, because a
Yeah.
lot of it is it's being exposed and showing itself. But people's
Yeah.
intentions are coming into the foreway more so than their actions and their words.
hmm
So
Well,
just to let you know.
yeah, I certainly appreciate this group so much. I
Oh,
really do.
thank you
You
so
all are,
much.
you're awesome, informative, funny. I mean, real. I love it.
Oh, awesome. Thank
And
you.
tap
Oh,
in. Oh
thanks,
yeah.
Sunshine.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. I'm really. I get excited every time I see you guys on. Sometimes I'll pop in, but I'm doing other things. I don't want to jump on, but I'm very excited about that, and I love being a part of you guys. Okay.
Sunshine, did you want anything from me?
So last week, I think you did a whole lot of clearing for me.
I did.
I had no idea. I mean, I should have, but I didn't understand that part of how that works. I don't know if you can check, because I've been doing a lot of clearing myself. I'm hoping I'm doing it correctly. And I'm also listening to the audio for the clearing. But I wonder about I'm having some issues. Like, I don't know, when you say chakra healing, is it healing in the body for, like, if you have issues?
Thoughts of if your chakras are out of balance, it can affect your body physically also.
Okay.
But I can scan your chakras and tell you which ones are out of balance currently. It's also a daily thing that you have to work on.
Oh, okay.
But I can tell you what you need to work on as of now and send you that information.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see here. But for the most part, there, Sunshine, you have a lot of spiritual alignments. I mean, you are right where you need to be at. Okay, you're very psychic.
Yeah.
You're very in tune. Okay, you are getting messages like you said you are. You get messages from everywhere. You are on the right track. I mean, even when I first met you, you were telling me the people that you were listening to and what you know, and I already knew you were definitely on the right track because you knew a lot. So,
Yeah.
keep doing what you're doing. You're on your path. Like everything that you're doing right now, you're supposed to be doing. And I can honestly say, because it's in your ninth house, you wanted to research more. Your moon signs in your second house, giving you that security blanket, and that Mercury being in the ninth house. So you got your sun sign and your Mercury in your ninth house. Both are pushing you to want to research, to want to dig beneath the surface, learn everything, learn
It's
about
like,
everything.
yeah, Deb, it's like overkill. It's like I can't stop.
Yeah, right. Right. The ninth house
But
doesn't want you to stop. The ninth house wants to know everything with a
my
fine-tooth
God.
comb. It wants to know about natural law, wants to know about higher learning, philosophy,
Right.
religion, esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge, everything.
Right.
So you're going to be constantly researching for a little bit until you get out of this ninth house. But your storehouse of information and how you receive information is from multiple different places. And when I say multiple, not just like, the internet and books, but no, you're getting it from source itself. You're getting it from from multiple different avenues. Some spiritual avenues I can't even really explain how you're getting this information. But let's just say it's coming to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah. It could be an overload. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
it will be an overload for you, and because it's how you are, sometimes you don't want to come out with it because it's like so much. But it's okay. You were meant. Your higher self knew you could handle all this information and handle it very well. And yeah, it's going to be an overload for you, but you were meant to know this, so that way your next part of your journey is going to be a lot easier for you.
Yeah, again, it's so beautiful to connect with all of you. But trying to find someone, maybe it'll happen this upcoming year, that's on the same journey I am, that actually lives in the vicinity of where I am, or or I just not, I have not, I just don't, I don't know anyone at this point. It's just me.
Yeah,
A
and
lot of
that's
us are in that same boat. A lot of us are in
yeah.
the
I'm in
same
the same boat too. I'm in the same boat too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just me.
I'm in the same boat. I feel like because they put us, so the ones that are awake, like all of us, they sprinkle us all around because a lot of us have pretty unique alignments that we're born with, and we're meant to be alone because we can handle the most energy and do the most. And we don't even know what we're doing it. Like I'm telling you, some people, one person that's running on all cylinders, they're awake, their chakras are all open, they're connecting to these higher realms of frequency. They're transmuting energy for thousands of other people in their area, in their communities, in their city, by themselves. That's a lot of energy. 75,000 people for one person every 75 one person can transmit energy up to 75,000 people or more. That's a lot of
Wow.
people.
Wow.
So there's a reason why we're sprinkled around in all different locations, and why we're so alone and far apart, but we're not, because you have apps like Telegram and like this where we can connect with each other, and then
Yeah.
you have the magic of how things work, where certain people cross your path at the right time, and
Right.
so we're out there, but we're starting to you're going to start noticing that gap get a lot closer now that we're getting into this next phase of everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm very grateful and thankful to you for you all, and I'm it's just amazing how it all happened. But I'm great. I'm grateful. I really appreciate it.
And I'm sending you a list of what I was getting that you currently need to work on.
Okay.
As far as that, and if you want to have a talk about that, we can talk about that. I have several things on my website, or not on my website, but even as far as if you have these things out of balance, how it will affect you physically. And I have several things on my YouTube on even how to clear your aura.
Okay.
That kind of stuff too. And then I offer chakra balancing on my website as well.
Yeah, I think next well, it'll be in a couple. It'll be this week. I'm losing track of time.
I know, right?
Next week. It's
Easy to do.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's like time is like quick, man. We're all losing track of time over here. Okay.
I know. I'm gonna be in contact with both of you all, but I'm again. I'm so grateful
Aw.
for all of you all. I really
Well, thank
am.
you,
And thank
Sandra.
you
I
so
appreciate you.
much.
I appreciate you so
Hopefully,
much.
one
Thank you,
day
Sandra.
we'll meet.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we'll meet.
We plan on having that celebration as soon as everything kicks off here, man.
Oh, that'll be
I
awesome.
promise
That'll
it.
be fun. Yeah, but thank
So
you all again. And I'm going to check out the information that was sent to
yeah,
me.
for sure, for sure. And welcome, guys, if you're just joining. Dad, Brad, and Stacy, we're doing natal chart readings tonight, Reiki healing sessions, tarot readings, and spirit releasement for attachments. So if you guys want a full private session from me, I am offering that. And the sessions are pretty long. It's like an hour and a half of us just going through your whole natal chart and identifying some things that's in there, past, present, and future, and then going through your galactic chart and seeing where the soul has journeyed. And it's very informative information. So if you really want to dive deep into knowing that, that's one of my things. Please hit me up. And if you also want to get a spirit releasement, clearing, or tarot reading, or Reiki healing session, which I highly recommend everybody get that done, like a spirit releasement or clearing done from Stacy, because a lot of empaths and a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of earthbound energies that are just amongst us right now that attach to our aura, and they weaken our aura slowly. And you don't really realize it. You might just think you're just having a bad day, but energetically, we are like spiritual sponges, and we just accumulate these earthbounds until we decide to clear them and send them on their way back to source. So if you want one of those, just feel free to hit us up, guys.
Can I ask Stacy? Stacy, if you don't mind, just one real quick.
Yeah.
Stacy, did I do okay with the attachments?
I didn't check your attachments this time.
Oh, I should have asked that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I checked your chakras. That's what you asked me to check your chakras.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Well, we just did your attachments last week, so hopefully you hadn't picked up a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah. I
would say just to help negate that, take salt baths.
Yeah.
Also, when I do this clearing later on, when we end this later, that would help clear any attachments with the clearings, because that's what we do the clearings for. So, and if you stay on top of it, like hygiene, just like brushing your teeth or taking a shower every so often, you just want to spiritually do that for yourself, so that way we don't acquire all these negative energies, because a lot of us are like spiritual sponges. We literally are clearing energy and transmuting energy, and some of these souls, these energies, don't want to leave. So we
Okay.
have to kind of usher them to leave.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
you're
welcome.
welcome. Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. Next we have Best Time followed by Isa. Go ahead,
Okay.
Best Time.
Hi,
Hello, Best Time. How are you?
good. Well, I'd like to start out. This would be my very first one individual
Okay.
um,
Awesome.
experience.
Awesome. Okay. Can I get your birthday, time you were born, and location, please?
Judy, Judie,
Okay.
July 13th,
Uh-huh.
1958,
Okay.
and Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. Charlotte. And do you know what time you were born?
Excuse me?
Do you know what time you were born?
7, I want to say 7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Give me a minute here. Let me look this up, Judy. And, 1 second, please.
Okay. And I'm a twin. I don't know if that's important.
Ooh.
Or what?
She's a
Twin.
twin.
Oh, you're a twin? Oh, okay.
I'm
No,
the
it's not
oldest of a
important.
twin.
You and your sister have each have their own soul, so it isn't important, but it is in a
Okay.
sense. It would be important if well, you know what? That it does have somewhat importance, but no, it wouldn't be important for this reading.
Okay.
And Judy, do you have anything that you'd sound resonated with you that I do?
Yes, I'm very much interested in the uh, Reiki healing and tarot.
Okay.
Okay, so you would like a Reiki set or a mini Reiki while he's doing
Mm-hmm.
that? Okay, I'll
Yes.
do that for you.
Okay. Let's see here. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, man.
Is that a good man or a bad man or?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's good. It's good. Always good. Okay. So yeah, you have you're very. I would almost say you're a very spiritual person. You're very psychic. Already just looking at your alignments already. I said, man, I'm looking at your houses, and I'm just trying to see where they are. Your sun sign's in 21 degrees Cancer, so I know by the 21 degrees, it's telling me a lot that you are a very spiritual person. You're very psychic. You get a lot of messages. It's been like that your whole life. Probably you and your
Mm-hmm.
sister both have this kind of connection with each other, but also the fact that you're very psychically connected. Now your seventh house, your sun's in your seventh house. So what that tells me is that you are focused right now on partnerships or gravitating towards somebody who reflects back to you. Seventh house is the house of marriage or soulmates, soul contracts. It could either mean that a soulmate is going to enter your life now or you're looking for one. Um, or you're strengthening your previous relationship that you're in, or you're reevaluating it, I would say. But right now, it's like you have an intuitive sense of what it needs to have a partnership, and the seventh house is like you're looking for someone that has the same ideals, the same knowledge, the same basis. That's how you'll learn
Mm-hmm.
more about yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
having that kind of partner right now for you is kind of key, and maybe the universe is going to provide, because usually when people have their sun sign in the seventh house, they're in a cycle where they're going to run into multiple soulmates. that are going to enter their life around this time. So I almost feel like you have had this happen to you, or you have met people that came into your circle that that kind of feel familiar to this, or maybe
Yes.
you're reevaluating people in your life now. But I really feel like it's somebody outside your circle, um, outside who you normally deal with, that you're seeing now. You have a moon in Gemini in your fifth house. So, and it's in 17 degrees. So yeah, you're very psychic. You have really good intuition. Your mind probably races a lot. Okay.
Yes.
And you probably
It
have really
does.
vivid dreams because of this. Really
Yes.
um, vivid dreams, mind racing all the time. It's hard for you to kind of key in on things, but you have really good judgment of character on people. And you have really good way of explaining it. Being it's in your fifth house. The fifth house is all about expressing your emotions, being able to be a good conversationalist, being able to share what's on your mind, and you're really good at doing that. You don't hold back. Um, so that's good. That's good. And it's in that middle degree range. So it tells me that you're a bit psychic. You're a bit in tune on reading people very well emotionally. And then you have this rising in 19 degrees, which is also very almost in the spirit, which makes you, I almost say you're a really ambitious, practical person. You're really responsible. You always are doing something to try to help your day. You have your day mapped out, your day planned. It's almost like you got to have something to do to keep your mind busy, because if you don't, it's kind of like you can get bored very easily. So you have to be doing something. But because of having this placement, it just allows you to be they're very grounded in your perceptions of your reality. You're able to really see things a lot clearer than most people. I would almost say that people come to you for sound judgment and sound advice on certain things that you're seeing. If you
Mm-hmm.
see things for what it is, and that's one of your gifts, is being able to do that, and to have the drive to keep persisting on achieving things, to keep things in order, to keep things going, to not quit. I
Yeah.
think you have that also. You do have um, you do have a high Venus alignment in 20 degrees. So I already know that having this Venus alignment in Gemini, you're gonna find your soulmate. Somebody's gonna find you, because Gemini and Venus, they're very airy personality. They're very flirtatious naturally with people.
Mm-hmm.
And because you have this in 20 degrees, it's like people see your light. Okay, they see who you are. They see that you're a really great person to be around. Your energy level. So your soulmate's gonna find you. Faster than you think you're gonna find them. Um, and you probably have more than one admirer, I would say, in this process.
Yes.
Uh, so because that's the Gemini and Venus, they have a real expressive, playful way of how they are, and because they have varied interests, they also have varied associations with people. So they have multiple interests in multiple different things, and they acquire multiple admirers doing that. So I would say it's been like that your whole life, and this isn't nothing new. But for you, because it's in your seventh house, it's like you're looking to be serious, to find something serious for you,
Mm.
something that's long lasting, and it's a spiritual connection. And being that it's in your fifth house and your Venus, you're ready to kind of step out and become who you are. Like, you're a really caring person. I can see that in the fifth house. And you're really grounded. You're really sure of who you are. You're confident. You're balanced in a sense. I think like you know who you are. You know your self worth. Is what I would say. You know what you're worth,
Yeah.
and because you know that, and because you emanate that, you're going to attract what you want. So you got to remember, Venus rules our finances, which is our currency, but it's also energy too. So
Mm-hmm.
um, that's why I say you're going to get what you want, because what you put out is what you're going to get back. And um, yeah, it's all feeding into on this. Now I'm looking to see if yeah, you have wow, you have another high alignment in your Mars, and you have another one in your Jupiter, all in spiritual. You have another one. All your planets are your inner planets are pretty high spiritually. So there's a calling for you to be here at this time, to be in a position that you're in. I don't know exactly what the calling is because we would have to go deeper into the chart, but I could definitely say that because your Mars is in 25 degrees and it's in Aries, you're about action. Um, Aries don't play around. Okay, they're about action.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of energy. You're a physically active person. You kind of can be high strung a little bit. You might need to calm down a little bit sometimes because your nerves are probably shot sometimes with
Yeah,
Mars
that's
and
for sure.
Aries. Yeah. You know, but you have to woosah sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, because you're feeling everything, man. I mean, this energy allows you to feel everything, and kind of God talks to you a lot through this. And
I know,
because
and it's like driving. At one point, it was like driving me crazy. I really had to woosah a whole lot,
yeah,
you
right,
know. But I'm
right,
learning now to, you know, put it in a perspective, depending on what what leads me there, you know,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
so I can calm down and I can look for it and then
mm-hmm.
know what I need to do.
Exactly. Yeah, because your first house and it's in Aries is like it wants you to be like self-assertive. It wants you. You're a person I wouldn't want to get on the bad side with. Okay, because you're an extremely courageous person. You stepping in there when nobody else is stepping in there, and you know what I mean that, and it's in your first house, so it's telling me, okay, you don't want to piss this person off. You know what I mean? But at
Yeah,
the same time, at the same time, it, like your stress levels sometimes you can control that and you're aware of it, but it's hard to control because
yeah,
um, being around so many other people that aren't in control of their own life. So
mm-hmm,
it can make it kind of hard to do that, and especially when your planets are going in different directions and retrograding. There's all this stuff going on, so it can make it hard to
mm-hmm,
unwind and stuff like that. In the long run, I think just practice self control. Learn how to deal with a lot of wide range of personalities because they're going to be throwing different ranges of people at
yeah,
you. And then once
mm-hmm,
you can kind of learn that, I feel like you'll be okay. You won't
yeah,
have to have these moments where you're like, okay, I gotta take a deep breath with this one. Because
yeah.
so yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank
Hmm.
you.
You're
Because
welcome.
I was wondering why, all these things was being thrown at me, it seemed like all at once, but actually when I sit down and I contemplate what's been happening over time, I see, where I'm at in this position right now because all things, are connected. So when you really sit back and you see what has happened, and it's like, okay, no, okay, but I need you to move on out the way because I'm about fed up with this one.
Yes, I totally understand what you mean. Oh man, I have to deal with that all the time. So
Yeah,
uh, yeah, I think the
so
best thing is the kind of the fact that you are aware of it is a huge deal. So now that you're more aware of that, you'll know at times when it could trigger you to that way or it could go that way, and you can kind of defer it before it stresses you out
yeah,
or gets to
yeah,
a point where you know. But you're very. I'll talk to you that God speaks to you a lot through your inner planets. A lot of your inner planets are spiritually aligned and you get a lot of messages through various different things, especially
yeah, I do.
your yeah, pretty much all your inner planets, pretty much
Mm. Oh wow.
are
Okay.
pretty spiritual, and going into your outer planets too. So, um, yeah, I would definitely say, um, I feel like you're gonna meet your soulmate through through um through some kind of intellectual studies, maybe just conversation or putting yourself out there in conversation, and that's how you're going to find them. Because you have a couple powerful soulmate alignments in your seventh house in a couple of your planets. So that's why I said
Okay.
you're going to meet your soulmate if you already haven't met them um, soon. If not, I think you've already met them. But yeah, so just be on the lookout for that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've met him yet, but
Okay.
okay.
He's gonna appear. He's gonna come out of nowhere one day, and it's gonna be soon because you have a couple powerful alignments that are telling me this. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I received that. Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I sent you a little mini Reiki healing. So you may have felt some energy move around there because I did quite a bit of energy work there. So make sure you drink plenty of water. And
Okay.
I sent you a little message too on Telegram too, so you'll be able to
Okay.
find me.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
This is
Thank
so
you.
awesome. This is really awesome. A lot of confirmations too. So, but
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I
yeah.
love it. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. Kathy.
Hi, Dennis. Hi, Nora.
Oh, hey, Dennis. Hey, Nora. I'm not even looking at the listen. Everybody in here. Hi, Nora. How are you
Hi,
doing?
doing well.
How
How
are
are you?
you? I'm doing well. Doing really
I'm
well.
listening to you.
Okay. Awesome. 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 Well, welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome everybody in here, guys. And if you guys want, I'll put on the wall. I'm gonna put the clearingers on the wall, of course, when we get to that part, and I'll put the way to contact me if you want a private session, or if you want a session from Stacy. I also think she put that on the wall, her website. Well, she just added dowsing on her website. So if you want a dowsing session where she does her pendulum, is that what it is? Dowsing for the
Yep,
pendulum?
pendulum,
Okay.
pendulum, pendulum, pendulum down. So you,
Pendulum. Yeah, you can
um,
get that done. Okay. All right. And then next, Kathy. Let's see. I think there's. Okay. Maybe Kathy had to go use the bathroom or something.
she may have gotten a call.
Yeah, it might happen like that. Definitely. Okay. Um, let me see here.
Are you wanting to do? Because we've done three. Are you wanting to do one more person?
Um, I mean, I'm in the mood to do another one. We can do another one if necessary. I usually try to keep them down to 4 or 5 at night because it gets energetically. Lately, it's been taxing on me, but I could do another one. I don't want to put tax on you though, because I know you're
I'm
doing all
good.
these clearings. Okay,
I'm good right now. So it's up to you.
Kathy, you here? Okay. I
Oh,
don't know.
I'm here.
Okay.
I thought my mic was on. Okay, so we do have a final, and that would be Isa.
Okay. Isa. Isa, it is. Hi, Isa. How you doing?
I'm muted. Okay, I'm not. I'm muted. Okay. It's Isabella. The thing is, I don't know my date of birth, time
Okay.
of birth.
Okay.
Um,
You don't know your date of birth or time of birth?
no, time of birth. Yes,
Oh, time of birth.
just
Okay.
time of birth. Yeah,
Okay.
time of birth.
Okay.
Well,
Well, we can.
I was in contact with you. I was going to make a session, but things came up, and I'm
Okay.
kind of stressed because I got diagnosed with diabetes, which I dismissed,
Uh
and I'm stressed about it. But in general, like, I'm stressed.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Um, well, let me get your birthday time. Let me get your birthday and your location, and I can look. I can see where your time would be.
What's happening?
It's June 22nd, 1955.
Okay.
I was born in Poland, and uh, I can spell it to you the name of the city.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's J-E
Mm-hmm.
D-R-D-R-Z-E-J-O-W.
Okay. Let me see here real quick. And you don't know what time.
No,
So,
no.
Stacey, did you do a pendulum asking the time, please?
Yeah,
And I think it's
for some
a
reason it's
little.
an echo for you.
You're back feeding, double talking, Brad. It's horrible.
Yeah, because I feel like she has a Bluetooth speaker on, in the background. That's why it's double talking.
Okay,
So,
that was
while I look this up, if you can give me a time, Stacey, that would be cool. Take your time.
Okay,
No rush.
what's that for you?
Okay. No rush. No rush. I'm looking up this Hmm. That.
Okay, I'm getting 4:20 p.m.
4:20 p.m. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. All right.
And as it did anything that I do resonate with you?
Well, she said that she had diabetes, right? And she had some issues with some,
Anxiety or something?
yeah, something like that. So I don't know. I would almost say that's just your call on that, I guess. Um, wow. Okay. Well, that's probably why you have.
Do
That's
what?
why she's got it. I'm looking at her chart right now. That's the reason why she's got anxiety issues. The first reason. The first thing I looked at.
That's funny.
Mega impact. Yeah, I've never seen. This is the first person I've ever seen to have this like this. So okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me just see here. Okay. Um. So Izza, like, I honestly, the reason why I think you're so anxious and why you have such energy problems is you're a mega empath. Like mega empath. Like everything about your whole thing is screaming to me empath. You have your alignment's in 0 degrees Cancer. Okay, that's in your sun sign. So most people have it in their moon and their rising, but you have it in your sun sign, which is very interesting. So everything to you is you feel everything. Okay, energetically, Yeah, energy. You're very sensitive to energies. I would almost say to a point where you can't, like you feel everything. You're feeling people's energies out on the street. You're feeling people. You're feeling the planetary energies. So you have to protect your energy. Is number one priority for you. Because you are like, I would say there's some people who are very empathic. You're like mega empathic because it's in your sun sign. So your whole being is just sensitive to energies. Um, Being that that is, and it's in its eighth house, um, you're perceiving everything really deep and intense right now. Like you're seeing everything. You're seeing all layers of reality, consciousness, energies. I would say like all this information that's getting flooded to you. It can be kind of daunting at the same time, kind of scary and kind of exciting at the same time. Being this because you're receiving so much feedback from so much things. But you're also dead on right on a lot of things of how you're feeling too. So um I think it starts with first clearing your energies, getting you to feel comfortable where you're at because your environment definitely affects your reality for you. And if that's not stable, then you're not stable. So you have to, because you're an empath, you have to do a lot of clearings, salt baths, for you, specifically for you, because you're super empath. Like not only are you empathic in your sun sign, which is the major part of yourself, then you have some empathic alignments in your moon sign as well, which is telling me that you have since you have this fiery moon in your ninth house, you kind of want to know what's going on. The ninth house, uh, Leo moons are very affectionate people. Okay, they're very high energy. I see that within you. You got great sense of humor, great balance, great emotional presence. Like when you walk into a room, people know who you are. That you can probably feel them too. But they kind of Leo moons kind of react to emotional events instantly, so they're very spontaneous. But because it's in your ninth house, you have a lot of emotional sensitivity in the area of learning new things, philosophy, being able to romanticize your emotions, and being a dreamer and seeing things outside the spectrum of our reality. So I feel like you're going to constantly be studying your experiences to kind of redefine what you see in life and how your philosophy of life is going to be guided for you. Um, your attitude on things are going to change right now because you're such an empath that you're going to constantly be gauging things and feeling things and experiencing things that you probably never experienced before. So it's going to definitely stress you out if you're not accustomed to it or aware that it's happening. Um, Now, I feel like because it's in your ninth house, you're constantly going to try to maintain this emotional state of being for yourself, which has got to be really hard for you because your emotions are constantly fluctuating all the time. So try, trying to keep yourself emotionally in check for you, it would be verse to start with your environment, start with your body, your mind, and then work your its way out from there. Your environment first, because if that's not secure, then you're not secure. So make sure you have your environment spiritually clean, cleansed, energetically. You're in your safe space, and then your mind and body will follow. Um, I almost feel like you're a natural teacher, though, of life, and you do know a lot. And you do help people because all this research that you're doing. So you have learned a lot of information, and that's partially what you're here to do. Is to share this information that you're learning, the storehouse of information, because you are a direct conduit of energy since you're such an empath. And you have the ability to do it and perceive it because you have this rising that's also very on point. Like when I say you're very psychic, you're an empath that's very psychic, very intuitive. Um, because of this rising being at 19 degrees and it's in Scorpio, you have a lot of water. You have water and fire all over the place. But this water, having that Scorpio rising, allows you to do a lot of things. One, you're able to really hone in on people and exactly what you feel in certain situations. Like you can put context into things that people can't put context in. You can kind of see the context. You also, since You also have great personal magnetism to you when you do put this context out. People kind of relate to how deep you can go with information. One of the byproducts of having a Scorpio rising is that they can really see, people's masks. Like they're really good at seeing the real person. You can't really bullshit a Scorpio rising because they're very on point with that. And I know this because I am one myself. So they're really good. They're a really good, shrewd judge of character of people's motives. So that's natural for you, being an empath. Like this is just an enhancement because you already are feeling the energy, so you're already getting a play on what their motives are already. But walking in the door, but then now just being around them, you can kind of perceive this, and you get messages all the time from other sources that kind of verify this for you. So this is why I'm saying you have. I feel like because of what you're going through, you can be a great healer for people because you can share your information and knowledge of what you're going through to help the next man and woman in a situation like you not go through a similar situation or help them rise above any situation. And that's why you're in the situation now. It's because you're meant to go through it to help heal these people that are going to be coming to you for help, for healing, because you are a healer. You just have to kind of protect your energy and kind of keep your energy grounded for you, because if it's, like I said, if it's chaotic, if it's wonky, it makes you wonky and everything is off a place after that. It's like the first domino falls, all the rest of the dominoes fall. So you have to make sure that first domino doesn't fall for yourself, and just protect your energy, protect your environment. Know that you're very sensitive to energies, and don't allow everybody in your circle to make it chaotic for you, because your body will respond to that. Because once your energy goes, the mind and body kind of follow. So does that make sense? I think it does. She's muted, so.
Oh, sorry, I muted myself, I guess, or yeah, it makes sense. Like if somebody has a headache and tell me about it, I have a headache and stuff like that. The thing is, I many times I can shake it off, the thing, but sometimes it just get so much build up. I'm just, you know, down, like heavy. I feel heavy and you know, so it
Yeah,
makes sense. So like
yeah,
that was, I knew I was impact, but not like
yeah. You're a
um.
super empath. Like if you feel heavy, it's probably because the energy in the room is heavy for you.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Yes. Well, you
You're
mentioned about the website. Well,
Go ahead. I didn't hear you. What you said?
um, I don't know. Sorry. You were saying something.
Oh, all I was gonna say was, um,
Oh,
that yeah, you have this ability to tap into people very easily, and it's like a sixth sense for you naturally. So you can see their motives. You can kind of feel them out. I almost would say if they're in their vicinity of you, you will definitely get some plays of exactly what's going on with that person. Even by touching them, that's how sensitive you are. Like it's just like if they're around you, you know exactly what's going on. Okay. And you have to kind of protect yourself because there's probably all different types of energies around you. And sometimes you don't know which energies you're reading because you're so good at doing it and you're so natural for you that sometimes it can be a little overwhelming for you. So I would just be careful of that. That's all. Um, but you have a unique gift. So just know that.
And I sent you a message too of what all I cleared for you. And you had some negative thought forms, so it might be helpful for you to listen to some um, affirmations, some positive affirmations to help make your thoughts more positive. If those aren't coming from you, they could be coming from other people and you're picking them up. So definitely do some more self-care, because you did have a lot of earthbounds also. And I sent you that in a private chat. But I cleared those off, so you should be feeling much lighter.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Are you going to put your website on the chat?
Yeah, we'll put it on. I'll put her website on the chat, and I think she also DM'd it to you directly, so you'll have it.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New
New Year to
Year.
you.
Thank
So,
you.
Brad, I do have one final, but she's DMing me information to give to you, okay?
Okay, you just gonna DM it to me?
Yes.
Hi, Mama Jen.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Jen.
Hey.
Yeah. So, that was an interesting one. Man, I can feel the energy on that. Feel energy on people, man. It's interesting. Whew. I honestly, guys, just thinking about this, it's definitely interesting. If you are an empath, if you are sensitive to energies, definitely get the cleansing, clearing work done, or just go and cleanse if you can't do it yourself. Because man, like they love. I'm telling you right now, if you're not aligning yourself spiritually, mentally, into higher frequencies and just getting your mind right now, attachments, these spiritual attachments, these lower earthbound entities will attach themselves, and they will lower your frequency, your energy, your physical drive, your emotional drive, mental drive, make things a lot difficult. And you'll just think you're just having a bad day. But literally, they love empaths, energies. And just got to remember that we have to clear those out.
It's like a bunch of
From time to time.
narcissists.
Yeah, especially if you're around narcissists. Yeah, narcissists are like the incumbent of being manifesting into this physicality because they like to keep you. They love narcissists. Empaths are food for narcissists, so you have to be aware of that. But okay, Kathy, you DM'd it to me already? Oh, she's doing it now.
We're still working on it. We're just going to call her. I'm not done fighting. Hold on.
Oh, okay. That's cool. And then I'll just enter it in for her, and I'll do it that way. But yeah, man, this is I highly suggest anybody who wants a full session to go get one done from me. It's worth it. It's about an hour and a half of us just going through your chart, going through all different things, your cycles, your galactic chart. We go through everything, and we kind of hone down all some stuff that you probably didn't know, some stuff that you did know. We go through your fixed star information, which is the planet that you're born, star that you're born under, that gives you a lot of influence. We go through all of that. So. And it's pretty informative, and I highly recommend people get that. Also, if you're looking to get spirit releasement, Reiki, tarot, or just answers just from beyond, I would definitely hit Stacy up. Her website is on my page, or you can just DM her directly if you do want a private session.
Okay.
You send it to me?
She is ready. She will tell you, she said. Go ahead. I'm not done fighting.
Hi, Brad and
Hi.
Stacy and Catherine.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so you were on chat with Viking the other day, and I said Merry Christmas. Anyways, just so we can connect, but I don't want to say my real name, so Catherine has it.
Okay.
And if you need it, she can DM it to you. But my birth date,
okay,
I'm sure you want to know that, is April 4, 1955.
I
I don't know what time I was born.
Okay.
but I was born in Burbank, California.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. 4455. 4455. Interesting. Okay.
I'll download that for you if you want me to.
Yeah, if you can dial in her birth time with your higher self, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so if you don't have your birth time, it's fine. I can luckily we have Stacy or we have pendulums where we ask your higher self directly and your higher self will kind of guide us towards what time you were born. And that's kind of what we find out our answers. But while she's doing that, I'm going to look this up here. Okay.
Thank you, Catherine.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. Two. Mhm. Would you say LA or Santa Clara, Burbank?
Burbank, California.
Okay. So LA.
Yes,
LA.
Los Angeles. Yeah,
Okay.
LA.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But it has two in here. It has Santa Clara and then it has LA. So, okay. I got LA. All right. Let me see.
And I'm getting 9:12 a.m.
9:12 a.m. Okay.
That's
Nice
the time
time.
I was born.
Really?
Yep. I was born 12/9, but the time was 9:12.
Whoa.
Yep.
I did not know that either.
That's
No.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. Hmm.
And did you have anything that you were interested in that resonated with you?
Well, this is my second time listening to your live, and I don't really understand a lot of this. I just know that I have a possible negative attachment would be my ex of 39-year marriage, and we divorced in 2013.
Okay.
And whenever I'm around him, I feel like I'm being attacked or I'm being sent home with something.
Yeah.
And also with my son-in-law. So I feel it when we get together as a family. I feel it when I walk in the room. I feel the negative energy. So
Mm.
I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
But
can
real
check
quick.
it and clear that for you. Whatever's there that's with you now, and then we might need to just have like a private discussion about like how to put up some boundaries for yourself, so that way, it's better for you too.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Kathy, can you send me her name?
Yeah.
Her first
Yeah.
name, so that it's easier for me to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't say
I'm
it.
gonna say. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say that so looking at your chart, you have a lot of alignments right now for you. That's very, very. I would almost say you're very psychic. You're very in tune. Okay. You do have a couple spiritual alignments and a lot of unique places for you. That's a kind of a callings for you right now to be exactly where you're at. And one of them, I would say, is the fact that your sun sign's in your 14 degrees in your 11th house, and it's in Aries. So, being that it's in the 11th house for you, okay, well, first of all, Aries, you're very strong minded, you're very physically active person. I see you as a person that it kind of leads the charge. You got tremendous energy about you. You just have you hit all the right boxes. Aries is kind of known for being real brash. They don't really they're likely to rush into things before reflecting. So A lot of it's partially impatience, but it's sometimes they are unwilling to kind of sit back and allow events to mature. They kind of just like to rush in and the gangbusters and take the lead. And you have that glow with about it, but it's in your 11th house for you. So the 11th house is all about functioning as a group consciousness, and that's how you're learning about yourself right now. You're learning about yourself through group associations and integrating yourself with the human family and the spiritual family. So you enjoy memberships with these groups and these friends, and that's how you identify who you are in that way. You're learning more about yourself from the groups and associations that you are part of. And it's going to draw you to the collective awareness, the collective consciousness. It's going to make you more of a humanitarian, which by nature I think you are, because you have some alignments that kind of point in that direction, that you are really of a service to others type of person. But more so in your sun sign, your core part of yourself. It's like anything that's helping with collective awareness, to a specific goal, humanitarian efforts, religious or political efforts. You are finding who you are through these groups. So being in like Mountain Chat, Vikings group, or other groups that you can associate with people of like mind is really doing great for you right now. And it's kind of how you are able to kind of learn about yourself and help others, because you're really good at group dynamics. You have a sense of group awareness that leads you to become a leader within a group. So like if the group is of a higher mind, you become a leader in that group. And I see you as that. Like you're definitely knowledgeable. You're definitely a leader. Like you know intuitively what the group needs as a whole. And I feel like because of this, you're going to have a lot of influential friends because of how you find yourself through these group associations. Most people who have it in the 11th house in their sun sign know a lot of brilliant minds and brilliant people. They have a lot of influential friends because they're tied to these group associations. So you're right on time for that. Um, you're very intuitive. You're very aware of what the collective needs. Surrounding yourself with as many like-minded people as possible kind of gives you a security blanket for you and meaning and purpose for your life. And that's kind of what the 11th house does in the sun sign. Now your moon sign, being that it's in Virgo, you're such a grounded person, very hardworking. You're really well organized. Really, you have like everything's in boxes for you. It's like you're really reserved, but and I think if you are critical, it's only of yourself because you don't like to make mistakes a lot. Because you're so reserved and you're so on point when you execute things, it's to perfection. And that's what makes you really a good worker and just logic how you think. You just think things really good. Now you can be critical of yourself, but that's I think your only worry is being critical of yourself. Other than that, you're just a natural humanitarian type of person. You always are. You're critical of others because you want them to be the same bar that you set for yourself, and it's not always the case because not everybody sets the bar as high as you do for yourself. So you have to be aware of that. But you're very much aware of it. I think you're very much aware of it because it's from 14 degrees and it's in your fourth house. So you are fourth house is like your emotional side is really wanting to nurture who you are, be in the home life, be kind of domesticated, so to speak, and be connected to what your environment, to what feels like home for you. So anything that's like involving family, inner circle friends is really sentimental for you right now and like really emotional for you if it's involving family right now. So nurture what's at home for you first to start. And I feel like anybody who feels like family or is in that inner circle is going to be kind of around you closer than anybody else. And that's kind of how it is. It's going to be, you're going to kind of withdraw in that way. If they're not part of the inner circle of the family, then they're not in that circle. So sometimes you may have to withdraw from life or from mundane things to kind of recenter yourself because of the fourth house. Because the fourth house wants to be kind of like a hermit and be protected in their shell and be around close-minded people. So you might withdraw a lot just to recalibrate your mind, but that's part of the process of where you're going through right now and how you process information. And you need those times of woosah, release, to be able to do that. Now, granted, you have a Mercury at 26 degrees, which I think is one of your greatest gifts, is your voice, because you speak. You're a visionary, man. You are a refined visionary in how you do things. I just want to say you're very good artistically. Either you sing or something, or do music or write or you do something because you express.
No,
Do you write? You don't write or
I don't.
okay.
I come from a family that is well known in that industry, but I was so far young, 11 years between the next sibling was 11 years. The oldest one, I can't remember how many years there is between us. So I'm the last living one, and everything that you said,
Mhm.
you are 100% what you said. I agree with you,
Interesting.
and I feel it.
Okay. Okay. Because you're highly sensitive to your environment and your surroundings. You're very psychic. So, in your Mercury alignment, like the way your surroundings, like the unconscious realms, things that are very instinctual, um, you kind of can pick up like instantly. It's like you can see these other realms and spiritual realms around you and kind of pick up when things are going to go weird or when they're going to go right. It's like a meter that you have. But because you have this Pisces and Mercury, you have to guard, um, you have to protect and shield a lot. And you're very aware that you have to do this because um, you kind of let it out on your sleeve a lot, and you are very sensitive to people's reaction and words. So you have to be aware, to be careful of that because a lot of things could um, words for you are very powerful, especially how you speak. Because when you speak your truth, it does relate and connect to a lot of people. So your voice, just speaking with your truth in general, um, affects and empowers so many people that God, I think, speaks through you a lot through this alignment. It's in your 10th house, so I would almost say that you're a natural teacher. Okay, like this is who you are. You can teach the best of them. I almost think you can lead your own group. Because you're a person that learns very quickly. You're probably hands on with things. And you take intellectual attainment seriously, and you kind of break it down and make it make sense for people in a way to where you can be this teacher. And that's what the 10th house is about. Wanting to kind of put their career and professional ambitions in the world and place it into something of communication, which is it's interesting. It's in your communication alignment right now, so it just makes you very mentally active, very psychic, great concentration to detail. You're just acutely aware and intuitive of what people are thinking. This is all aligned on being a great teacher, and that's why I see that within you now. And then also you have wow, you have okay, so you have a you're also your consciousness planet is expanded because you got it in Cancer at 20 degrees, Jupiter in Cancer at 20 degrees. So I do know that you know a lot. You are getting information from all different sources, not just regular media, but spiritually. You're getting it through people. You're getting through your own guides. So you're just a loving, caring person. You're very sociable. You're very high-minded. You're very energetic. You're a natural nurturer for people, and you find enjoyment in sharing what you love and sharing information with people. So that's where you really connect. I think it's really, really learn. You really grow spiritually. And this time and giving of yourself and your time and your energy is enough because that's kind of how I see it for you. You're just like that kind of person. You're just a natural person that knows how to nurture, how to be secure with their entire circle, and you're very popular with your entire circle. People love your energy. So keep doing what you're doing. Notice you're here. You're here to be a leader, the leader that you are. Okay, and you're already on the path of doing it. I think you're very well liked, very well known. Speak your truth, because your truth is one of your greatest weapons, and and just know it's resonating with a lot of people when you do that.
Thank you so much for your words and kindness.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm not done fighting. Um, so I have not run into this a whole lot. When I ask about doing over attachment releasement, it did tell me you needed one, but it was not allowing me to do it. And this could be because I've done too much spiritual work already tonight, and it wants me to take a break because I've already done a lot of earthbound removals already. Or and I'm kind of getting more of the line of when you were telling me your story, it resonated so much with my story too, where I just got divorced this year. My ex narcissist is living next door with my parents, and that took his side. So I have all those arrows that are slingshot every day at me too. So I feel that what you're feeling totally. So just know that you're not alone in those feelings that you have. And I think I have some tools that could help you out with that. And so what I did was, because they were telling me no, I couldn't do it at this time, was I went ahead and pulled some cards for you. And these were like what you needed to know, grow, and let go cards. And I'll show you. I'll send you a picture of these too. And I'll show you on the screen if I can get my screen to go here. So what you need to know is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is saying that you're embarking on a new spiritual adventure or exploring new avenues of personal growth and self-discovery. And this is a period of it can bring new insights, renewed enthusiasm, and a deeper connection to your inner self. So embrace this journey with an open heart and a curious mind, as it can lead to profound spiritual growth. What you need to grow is the Nine of Cups. So it's acknowledging the efforts that you've made, and it wants you to bask in the present moment and cultivate a sense of profound gratitude for the spiritual blessings that surround you. Trust your intuition and follow your heart's calling, for it's through spiritual alignment that you will find true fulfillment. And what you need to let go is the Knight of Swords. So you need to address and release any lingering fears or anxieties that are holding you back from your spiritual growth and inner peace. And acknowledge these feelings and try to understand the root causes and seek guidance from spiritual mentors. Engage in meditation or mindfulness practices, and remember that you have the strength to overcome these challenges. So I hope this is helpful for you too. And I'll send you a picture of these and along with my information too, so we can connect, okay?
Thank you so much. And probably the reason why you might be tired or whatever you call it, but I was told by another, someone I asked a question that is a tarot reader about my ex, and she said that he practices the darkness. So if it's possible, he could be causing, I don't know how to explain it.
No, it makes sense to me.
Causing you to not tell me what I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe
if he's practicing bad stuff, then it's protecting me to not get into that energy.
Exactly. I don't know how to say it, but I know how to think it, but I can't put it into words. But I was told that yes, and his girlfriend wants to get away from him, but she's afraid. So that's what this lady told me. So I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, it's pretty weird.
No, it's not weird. It's my life too. I totally understand it.
That's why
I
resonates with you, because we're all going through similar things, So I totally understand what you're going through right now.
I have a question, Stacy.
Yes, go ahead.
You did too many earthbounds and releases tonight. Is that something you could
It's a
help her with tomorrow?
possibility. Well, my limit is 200, but I haven't done 200 yet. So that's why I said I feel like it's not only that I haven't really got to 200, but that it's the fact that her story resonates so much with my story that it's protecting me from doing it.
What do you do to get rid of it?
Well, I'd have to keep asking. But we can talk separately as far as like ways that she can put up some boundaries with that. Some other things that she can do, because I feel like she needs to put up some more boundaries around herself, so that I can help her. Because right now she's just all exposed.
Okay, so DM each other so you have contact.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll also send you some clearing. I'll post a clearing on the wall again, so that way you can have it and need it. It's like I use it as an emergency backup. Like if you need something to do a clearing right then, and you can't get in touch with me or Stacy or anybody, you play that and you just recite it, and it definitely clears the energy. That helps. It's helped me in a lot of dark times. So.
Should she be wearing a certain stone when she's around this ex?
Yes.
Yes.
Tourmaline's great. Selenite.
Right.
Get yourself some selenite. Selenite's really good. Especially if you want to protect your space. I would put selenite on all the corners of your house or the windowsills. And you can do that because selenite is really good at deflecting negative energy. And tourmaline for sure. Obsidian.
And have some on you anytime that you go near them.
Yeah.
Have some on you.
Yeah. I do. I wear the stones.
Good.
And I have like two bracelets, and then I have a necklace, and then I have a stone that I carry with me.
Okay. Are you cleaning them?
You clearing them often?
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
You can get some if you get some selenite, and selenite doesn't hold negativity and it cleans all your stones. It's the one stone that like you can go buy like a selenite bowl or selenite wand and just lay your stones on the selenite overnight, and it'll just cleanse the energy. It's like leaving it out in the full moon. To charge it, it's just the same, but you're just cleansing all the negative energy out of it. And that helps.
Yeah, crystals absorb. Like the black tourmaline, it absorbs the negative energy, so it has to be cleared quite often. So if you're wearing jewelry and stuff and you're wearing it all the time, it needs to be cleared. You would think about that, but it does. So it loses its effectiveness unless you're clearing it with sage and things like that. But I can talk to you about that too if you would like.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I knew about the I forget what it's called, but it's purple that you put it in the sun to recharge it. But I didn't. Yeah, amethyst. I wear amethyst. I love purple. It's my favorite color. Anyways, but I didn't know about the tourmaline.
Tourmaline's really good. If you wear it on you, tourmaline will cleanse your blood at a microscopic level, so it oxidizes your blood, but it also is really great for negative energy, and there's different kinds. I use black tourmaline and pink tourmaline, which I'm holding right now. I have some pink tourmaline on me. Let me see if I can show you all. It looks like this.
My daughter bought me a bracelet that has pink tourmaline on it.
And black tourmaline.
Yeah. So you should have a message from me if you would like to contact me. Okay.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much.
I pray for everybody all the time. I'm a caregiver. I have been since I was very young. I love I have 6 grandchildren, 3 great grandchildren, and twins coming, great grand twins coming next year. So, and I pray all the time. My first hour when I wake up in the morning, I pray for everyone. And yes, I am. I do.
You're very strong. You're very strong. I can already tell. You're a very
That's-
strong person.
That's why I have the title, I'm Not Done Fighting.
Yeah, I already know. I mean, I saw your chart. I said, man, the first thing that's screaming out was you have a lot of strength and you are like a spiritual badass. And I can see it. You're a very strong person, and a lot of people rely on you. You empower. I would say a lot of people. You empower a lot of people just with your strength. So keep doing what you're doing.
Let me help you. Give you some tools to help you fight better.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Mama Jen.
Yep.
Did you want me to do a reading before we end this here?
Yeah, I texted you. I just didn't. If you didn't have time, then do other people first.
You can be it's up to Stacy and Kathy. I mean, I don't mind.
I'm good.
You're good, Stacy.
I'm good. Just
Okay.
have a calorie refill. That would be number 6 for you.
All right, so then we'll do Mama Jen here. Mama Jen, I just need your birthday, time, your born location.
All right. January 12th, 77, Corvallis, Oregon, 4:45 a.m.
Okay. 4:45 a.m. Corvallis. Okay. 1 second, let me look this up.
It's weird because my mom told me it was 4:44 that I was born, but I got the long birth certificate and it says 4:45.
Well, that's good. Good. I mean, I guess the minute would really. Well, the minute might be an angel number, but in a sense, that would be cool to have that. But I think the minute wouldn't, in the galactic spectrum of things, doesn't change too much for you.
Awesome.
You still get all the benefits of having that 444 alignment. Okay. Let me see.
Mama Jen, did you want anything?
Only if you want to. I mean,
What is it? Well, do you or not?
yeah, the tarot might be nice. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Okay.
I know you don't probably have nothing to clear, so you're always taking salt baths.
Yeah, you were clear that one time I checked you, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
Other than negative energies I live with, and well, you all know my situation, and my oldest son is here visiting and trying to irritate the crap out of me. I just looked at him and said, "You're not allowed in my energy." I told him that.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I'll do what you need to know, grow and let go then. I'll do like a no, grow and let go, like I did for her.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. Let's see. Yeah, man. You're a hard worker. I see here on your chart. God, you got a lot of earth in here. Jeez. So yeah, and it's in your 10th house. So you have a sun sign. Yeah, she's got that Capricorn. The Capricorns they're known for being very purposeful. They have a lot of will, purpose, vitality. You know, the ruling planet for Capricorn is Saturn, and Saturn rules responsibility. Okay, so Capricorns are known for being responsible people. They're just very morally, socially sound people. They're very conscious of what's going on in society, which I see you have. You got it at 22 degrees, so you're very spiritual. You have a spiritual team. You're very awake. Having it at a high alignment like this makes you a little bit psychic. You do get messages from source a lot and from other things, your guides included. Being it's in your second house, though, you're like me. So I have it in my second house. And second house is all about obtaining sustenance, possession, and resources right now. Like right now, it's like you're wanting to stack up something for something new for yourself. So resources and security are highly on your list right now. Like being secure in your own home, having your own place, having the resources to get your own place. You have a strong urge to identify with those resources to make you feel safe and secure right now. And I know this because my sun sign's in the second house too. So it's like that's kind of correlates with your moon sign being in Libra in 18 degrees. So I would almost say you're very psychic and intuitive and emotionally with people because Libras are very social sign, okay, in the moon sign. They're very social. You're very refined, balanced. You see other points of view, but it's in your 10th house. So this goes right along with your second house and your sun sign, because the 10th house is a house of work. So public career, being acceptance. So you are prestige matters a great deal to you. Working in the work field, having a name for yourself, and then having that second house alignment, your sun sign, being like, I need the security. I need to make sure I have the money I need. Make sure I have the house I need. Make sure I have all the sustenance and things I need to survive. And that's kind of like what's been pushing and guiding you. And you have these flares of being a leader, because the 10th house is wanting you to kind of project yourself into being a leader. It's making you strive into demonstrating this ability of like taking charge and leading the charge. And you have great inner strength and emotional control, and you kind of project this image of power and a strong, confident person. And that's what that needs to happen. That's kind of what needs to happen for you and your family right now, because you kind of are like the rock for your family. I almost would say that you're a powerful one in the family. And they need that. They need you, because the 10th house also, a lot of people who have their moon sign in the 10th house are really calm, emotionally cool, collected people. It's hard to shake their emotions. And I see that within you. Like you're a real source of power. Authority comes from you being this natural leader, but then you're really calm, cool, collected. You know exactly what needs to get done and kind of how to kind of go about doing it in a way to where you kind of it balances off your self-worth by doing it. So like it's like you validate yourself by you doing these things that you need to do. And I think you're at your best when you're in a position to perform the best of your abilities and talents to help others around you. Like when you can fully utilize all your skills, like all your skill sets, and then like kind of do it in a work setting, that's where I think you're at your best. You have a lot of interesting alignments in your chart, nonetheless, like everybody else, but you have some, like, being that that's the case, your risings in 8-degree Sag, so you are a bit of a physical healer and empath. You can read people. I would almost say you're more good at reading people by default, but this will get you in a little bit of a trouble having a Sag rising, because Sag risings don't, they're very optimistic people. They're very good natured. They're very kind of flirty, but at the same time, they don't hold back of what they want to say. They're really honest and forthright, and they have really strong moral code and how they do things. They're really fun loving, and they like to have fun, and that's partially what people see with them, is like this person that likes to go out and just have a good time with everyone. That's very well liked. Because of how your nature is, you have to trust what you're feeling and reading with people, because usually your first instinct is usually 100% right. When you do trust that part of yourself, and that's part can easily get overridden by your rising, because your rising kind of wants to just get along with everyone. It wants to be adventurous. It wants to travel. It wants to be curious about things. It wants to do things with enthusiasm. It just wants to be a lover of everyone and kind of ignore those warning signs. But you can perceive things and read people very easily, and it's usually you're right on the first go. So you just kind of sometimes have to, the rising's a part of ourselves we kind of show people, and having a Sag rising is very hard, because a lot of people like that energy. Okay, it's like it's the life of the party. So having that being said, you have to sometimes use that for your advantage, and kind of be of service to your ideals of what you want to benefit mankind. Because all the ideas that you have, all the optimism that you put into it, once you start being able to feed those ideals, that's where I think you're going to be able to be of service, because you really want to help mankind in the battle, in the foray kind of deal. With that being said, but you have a Venus in your Venus is in Pisces in your 3rd house. I almost feel like, because it's in that Pisces alignment, you're very much of a romantic. Okay, I won't say a hopeless romantic. Maybe emotionally, you're romantic, very poetic. You love music. You're very sensitive to the energy of other people, And you're extremely psychic having this placement. This is one of your most psychic placements. Being able to intuitively feel people out, like how you can read your children or how you read, the people around you. This is where the bread and butter is for you, because it's in an 8-degree alignment. So, because of that reason, you have to protect your energy, because you're a person that can kind of seek, you see the good within a lot of people, and sometimes that can override the bad, and you end up getting hurt in the process. Pisces and Venus, that's what they do. They end up seeing the good in people a lot, and they just overlook the things that are kind of glaring to them. And they get wounded by their understanding of what love really is, because they don't really know how to love themselves, because they're always loving other people. So they have to, they kind of have to retrain themselves, and you benefit from kind of being more discriminating on your affections with people. I know you want to love on everybody, and I know you want to treat everybody the same, but you got to have to discriminate on how you share that energy, that love energy to people, because not everybody deserves that from you. Not everybody deserves that from you. And because it's in your third house, I feel like you're able to kind of communicate this easier to people or to yourself, so that way you can learn and go through this. But your interest in everything is being piqued. So it's kind of like it's hard to focus in on yourself, because you're interested in everything right now and learning about everything. So so that's why it's so hard for you to focus on yourself, because you kind of want to learn everything and everything at once, sometimes at the same time. And I think you'll function best when you can connect to your talents with your spiritual side and make it like a quest for yourself to kind of help society. Like, how am I going to do this to help society? Make it a quest for you, like a spiritual quest. And then that way it's not a game, but it's like you're doing something, you're creating something good for yourself, and then you're creating it that way you can home in on what you exactly want, because there's so many things going on that sometimes it's hard to kind of narrow down and love yourself in the process. So, yeah. One more thing, and then I think Stacey is ready with you here. I would say that your Jupiter is in Taurus at 21 degrees, and it's in your 6th house. So you're a rock, okay? Like, I always knew this about you, because you always know stuff, like stuff to a degree. See, Jupiter and Taurus, they're really like, they know a lot of things. So a lot of their storehouse of knowledge, the knowledge base is so deep. They know all of the luxuries of life. They have a gift of making money. So, like, you never are stuck in a rut with your thought process, because you know how to make money. Like, energetically, you know how to do it. You might not like the process of what you have to do, like cutting hair or doing whatever other things you have to do, but you can make it pretty easy for yourself, and you go out and make it done. And that's a trait. That's a really big Jupiter and Taurus trait, because they just know how to attract financial things, money included, without even really having to try hard. It's just like they just put themselves out there, and the universe kind of responds accordingly to them. They're really fond of luxuries of life, like good food, good place, a good environment. And a lot of times people who have this placement in their Jupiter tend to be like out of shape or overweight, because they let themselves go, because they like to eat good food all the time, and they don't like to take chances.
But I barely eat.
Oh yeah, for you it's different, but and you're really secure with yourself. That's one thing I say. One thing is you're really secure with their thought process and financially. So, like, you are safe, even when it might seem like you don't have it, you still got yourself a security blanket for yourself. You always do. So that's a gift. That's something a lot of people can't just do. Because some people have a hard time with money or financially balancing stuff, but for you, it's a little easier. And it's almost like God's speaking to you a lot with your consciousness being so expanded, getting information from all these different places. You're able to kind of utilize that really efficiently for you. So I could go on a little bit longer on this, but I'm going to get in here so that way Stacey can get in here.
Yeah, that was spot on. And I think that the reason I want out of the situation I'm in is because he's holding me back. Like, I know, like, what you're saying, I could do so much better on my own.
Yes. Oh, 100%. You already have the mindset to do it. You're doing it already without the presence of what's holding you back. You already are doing it. It's just that you have such a big heart. Your Venus in Pisces wants to kind of nurture everybody, even people that hurt you. And you got to kind of have to be discriminating on that and be like, okay, this person hurt me. I don't need to nurture them, even though they're still in my life. Like, you have to put your foot down and separate that box and remove yourself, from all that stress from you, because you want to. I understand how you want to care about people, but your Venus in Pisces makes you very psychically in tune, and even though you know they're a bad person, you still want to help them. No, you gotta have to be discriminating about who you give your affections to, even if it's temporary, because it's gonna affect you regardless of how you do things. So if you're forced to have to be around somebody that you don't want to be around, you can easily end that, and you're strong enough in a position to where you don't have to rely on him at all. Actually,
I know, it's just the financial, yeah.
Yeah, I get
It's
you.
the narcissist. He's a complete covert narcissist. So I'm trying to break that trauma bond, break away, and I want my own place. If I had the money right now, I would be gone.
Yeah. Well, I think it's coming down from the pipe for you. I mean, a lot of things are happening real soon. Okay, money wise, financially, a lot of things is aligning in place. So I wouldn't say too long, but I mean, if you had to leave today, you'll be fine. You just have to make a plan and do what you normally do, but don't give your power away. Just
I
because for
pull it
sake.
back daily.
Yes. So, and I'll let Stacy hear.
That was spot on.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Hey, it kicked me out there for a second. It's
I saw it kicked you out.
It did, and it would not let me back in. I was like, okay. It wasn't gonna have it. Okay, Jen, I did what you need to know, grow and let go. It's kind of interesting. So what you need to know is the Wheel of Fortune, and you got two major arcanas. So the Wheel of Fortune is what you need to know, and it's emphasizing the importance of change in your life. So while you might be experiencing a difficult time period, trust that this is just one part of a larger cycle of your life. Embrace the changes that are taking place, even if they are uncomfortable, and as they are opportunities for growth and development. And keep an open mind and heart, and you may be surprised at the positive outcomes that can come and arise from these periods of transition. And remember, the universe always has your best interest in mind. And what you need to grow is, interesting enough, is the devil, but the devil in the tarot represents Capricorns. Because we like to be in control. We're kind of
I knew the devil was Capricorn. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. I don't like the fact that they use us as Capricorn, but we have a couple of other cards that represents Capricorn too. But usually it's like Pentacle stuff too. But what you need to grow is just acknowledge that you have power in your own free will, and you need to be aware of the balance between your desires and your responsibilities. You're being called to find the balance between your earthly desires and your higher self. So it's important to remember that while your desires are natural, taken to the extreme can be harmful. So trust your own power to overcome temptation and make choices that align with your highest good. And what you need to let go is the Seven of Pentacles. So you might be feeling impatient or frustrated with your spiritual journey. You may need to reassess your approach or expectations for certain things. So understand that growth takes time, and setbacks or slow progress are natural aspects of the journey. So reflect on your goals. Consider seeking guidance from mentors. Practice patience to overcome those feelings and continue your growth. So that's what that came up for you.
That was spot on too, because I'm so impatient. I'm learning patience.
Yeah,
I've come a long way.
I have a ton of patience. I don't know where I got it from, but
That was awesome. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
lots
You're
of
welcome. You're welcome.
So
What was that, Stacy?
I sent you those pictures. I sent you a picture. I was going to say she's going to play the clearing, right, Red?
It made you speed up, but she said she sent you a DM and the pictures and everything. Now I think we're gonna play the clearing now.
Oh, they're still messing with it.
Yeah, they're messing with it. They sped you up all fast and everything, but it's all good. So I'm gonna play this clearing, guys. For anybody that's just came in, the clearing helps with any negative energies. Just if you don't have to recite it, if you want to, you can recite it. Just listen to it, embody it. There's also a 12D shielding technique at the end that you can kind of envision to help kind of seal off the positive energy, negative energy. And it's only for a few minutes. So I'm going to play this now. So that way we can leave here all feeling good. So 1 second.
To Infinite Creator, I give all my gratitude. I welcome the Christed consciousness here in this place. I welcome the Amorea flame. I welcome the original vibration, frequency, and intention of God Creator Source into this space. To any and all lost souls, fragmented souls, scared souls, souls that are weary and even mischievous, you are welcome here to the Christed consciousness. You are welcome here that you may be taken to the perfect place Infinite Creator has for you in this universe. You are welcomed to be healed, to be made whole, to be in union with Infinite Creator. If anything tells you that you are separated from the love of God Creator Source, that is a lie. Come to the Christed consciousness and be one with God. If you choose not to, you must leave this space and any being connected to this space. I send you forth with love. To any and all malevolent forces, powers, principalities, fallen angelics, archdemons, demonics, artificial intelligence, metatronics, and or archons, you have no consent to be anywhere in, on, or around my physical body, spirit body, or biospheres in all timelines, dimensions, densities, and universes. You have no consent to be anywhere in, on, or around anything or anyone that is spiritually connected to me in all timelines, dimensions, densities, and universes. You have no consent to be anywhere in, on, or around anything or anyone that is tangibly or intangibly connected to me in all timelines, dimensions, densities, and universes. You have no consent to be anywhere in, on, or around any place I walk, for where I walk is sovereign ground. To any and all malevolent forces, powers, principalities, fallen angelics, archdemons, demonics, artificial intelligence, metatronics, and all archons, you must go forth from where you came from and never come back. You are not allowed to attach yourself to anyone or anything upon your departure. You are not allowed to take anything or any essence with you upon your departure. I hereby welcome the D12 Platinum Flame, Star Merkaba, from my divine blueprint. I bring forth this platinum flame through the column of my energy centers, all the way to the core of the planet Earth, that I may be one with the frequency of this beloved planet, that I may be one with the plasma frequencies of the Crystal River Fail-Safe Host, bringing forth this platinum flame. My Merkaba star establishing a platform 6 inches below my morphogenetic chakra 12. And upon this platform, I build my impenetrable platinum vortex. This cylinder shield in and through each chakra and around my entire energy fields, 4 feet above my crown chakra, establishing my above platform, establishing a seal and enclosure of pure platinum silver light. I send forth my platinum flame up to my divine blueprint, securing my D12 shield.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you.
You guys are welcome. You're welcome.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, I'll put
Thank
the
you.
link. I'll put the links in on the wall. If you guys want a private session from me, just DM me personally, Dad Brad 100 or Stacy, or you can hit her up on her website. We'll do this again next week, guys, and thank you guys so much for participating. I'm also going to put the video and the audio on the wall too, so if you want a copy of it, they'll be on there. If you want to keep it for yourself there. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, we're in this time frame where things are starting to kind of show itself. The end of the year is the last one of the years that we're doing, so we're going into 2025 now with better intentions. I actually am thinking about doing a New Year's Eve one. I'm not sure yet. We might do like a meditation New Year's. I haven't talked to Stacy about that, but if we do, I'll post it on the wall. The New Year's meditation, and yeah, we're gonna try to bring in some good vibes this year, guys, and we'll set the year off right, setting the intentions, because it's the new moon energy, and this is a great time for manifestation and getting what we want, especially now going into this new year. And just know that we're all on the same path. We're all coming into an awakening into this new world that we're all here for. All of us, everybody in this room. And this is going to be exciting times to be living in. So next week we'll set it up for Friday. I think we might do the meditation earlier, like maybe Tuesday night or something. right before New Year's, maybe like Tuesday evening. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And I'll post it on the wall. Is there anything else you want to say, Stacey?
That's all. That's all. I think we've said enough, probably.
Okay, Kathy, is there anything you want to say?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
everybody for coming, though.
Thank you guys so much for coming, and
Yep.
I appreciate every one of y'all. Love you guys. We'll do this again next week, man. This is exciting.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all.
Blessings to you guys.
Yep. Those that joined late tonight, if you come in at 7:30 on Friday and raise your hand, you can get a reading.
That's Eastern time.
Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time. Yes. Awesome. All right. Let me go ahead and end this recording here.